Because we have such a vibrant arts and culture community here on the South Shore, PACTV is excited to be presenting our very first story and poetry open mic. We partnered with Plymouth Public Library and South Shore Stories, brought in Pioppi's Liquor to set out a wonderful spread, a cash bar, and we brought free snacks. I'm really excited. We have storytellers, poets, and one comedian.
A great reason for us partnering with our local cable television is it gives us an opportunity to open our doors to a group of people who may not be aware that these kind of wonderful events go on at their local library. My whole goal is to promote the Plymouth Public Library as a community center.
So this is going to be a very safe and inclusive event. This is the type of event where people can talk about whatever they want to talk about, and they can have poems about whatever subject moves them. And to us, that is really important. PACTV is all about free speech. That's what we were founded on, and we're so excited because we have a whole eclectic group of participants today.
So I'm really excited to be here, the MC of the first open mic, sponsored by PACTV and the Plymouth Public Library, and Andrea Levitt, who's a storyteller, and the South Shore Story Slam. So we're kind of having a coordinated effort here to have all kinds of different voices. We even have a comedian. It'll be really exciting. And we're looking forward to just giving people their opportunity to say what is on their mind, and however the best way it is for them to say it.
I will be introducing the storytellers. Some I know, some are new to me, which I find very exciting. Stories have become very popular on the South Shore. In story slams and story showcases, they are 5 minutes long. They're personal stories, and they have to involve you, some part of your life. You are connected with that stories. They are usually something that will move you. They have an emotional quotient in it. They will use dialogue, and you will really take a trip with the storyteller and come in, experience what they do from their perspective, and then come safely out to the safety of your chair.
Now, I'm 66 years old, and if you're my age, you grew up on stories of the Great Depression. My dad would tell us stories. I had 2 sisters and 1 brother, and he would tell us stories about the Great Depression. Some of them were true, some were meaningful, and some were both.
Now, I have friends that are horrified at the thought of going to a thrift shop, wearing something from a consignment shop. Ooh, you don't know where it's been. But to me, you wash it again, you make it your own, and you make it your own story.
I'm clean shaven for a reason, because this is the real me. And I will never, ever put on a false face for anyone, for any reason, ever again. The price is just too high. Thanks for listening.
So poetry is very, very individualized. When I grew up, poems had to rhyme. You know, poems can be anything, and poems can be very short, they can be long. It's really an expression that it's a personal expression that somebody wants to make, and they're trying to make it more concise than a story. So I think that's the difference between poetry and storytelling. And we'll see tonight, because it'll all be very different. And I dragged out a poem that I wrote when I was 15, so who knows?
I'm beautiful and smart. I love poetry, skiing, and art. I travel with my family whenever we can. We bounce over obstacles because we can. With true grit and love, true kindness from above. Listen, I'm not saying people are mean, but say hello like I'm a person too.
They say there are 3 loves in your life, that you love for different reasons, that turn the pages of your book and decide which chapters to lay themselves on. Number 1, you meet. It's sweet, you can't eat or sleep, and you're young, and maybe you're too young. And the sun revolves around your love, and it finally explodes, and then you implode, and then the sun goes away, and then your planet is just kind of hanging off its axis. That was my first.
We had no idea what kind of response we were going to get, and are super excited that we have a waiting list now. So what we're going to do from now on is once a month invite people into the studio to record an up to 5-minute story, poetry, comedy act if they have one, so that we can shine a light on people in the community and let them know that we believe their voice matters, because it does.
There's a lot of good things about getting older, but obviously I don't have the time to tell you. But last year, I got an email subject line. This is true story, as they all are. The subject line, some of you got this this email also. It said Bridal Expo at Waverly Oaks, on March 13th. But you see, I'm not in tune anymore with bridal expos, so I read it, to my eyes, it read as Burial Expo. See you at the bar.